can watch the recording. So tonight I just want to chat about all things June. So I'm going to go over just like the promos this month, any important dates, and then I want to chat about goals and end it with some of my top tips to lock in Success Club and or help 3 people get started by the 15th of the month. So if you guys have questions, like as I'm talking, like you can obviously just type them or wait till I'm done and ask them, any of that good stuff. But okay, so I'm going to start with promos. So as most of you know, the Summer Strong Sale is extended all through June, which is amazing. I had a feeling they would do it just because like it's summer this month. So it's kind of fitting to have a Summer Strong Sale in June. So what that means is $24 off all of our challenge packs and all of our completion packs. That's $24 Canadian too, by the way. $20 US. So awesome. Like that means our Let's Get Up package is still $162. That's our cheapest one, I think. But yeah, all of our packages are $24 off. So wicked sale. Sorry, I just totally lost my train of thought. Okay, next up, this is the final month for the Take Action Challenge. So if you don't know what that is, it's something they did April, May, and then now June. So that's where they're doing prizes every Monday for those of you that like tick off your digital business activity tracker in the back office. So this is the final month for that. Amazing prizes up for grabs. So like I'm a pen and paper girl, but I've been making it like a point to just go in and tick it off online because hey, like if I can win a prize, why not, right? Next up, so this is kind of exciting. So anyone that buys a challenge pack or completion pack in June or they are a 2021 coach that earns their very first Success Club point. So I know that won't apply to any of us, but if we sign up any new coaches or you have new coaches on your team that have never earned a Success Club point, if they earn one in June, or anyone that buys a challenge or completion pack in June, they get 50% off the 645 digital access or the accessory bundle. So that's really awesome because that launches in July. So they'll get a promo code at the beginning of July and it gives them 50% off the digital access or the accessory bundle. So that's amazing. And they don't have to do anything for it. They'll just automatically get it sent to them at the beginning of July. Also, for anyone that has done Let's Get Up, you have until August 31st to submit your results and you get a tank top or a t-shirt, which is awesome. I always love like getting those, program t-shirts and stuff like that. Plus, I mean, we're taking photos anyway, so why not submit them and get some free swag, right? So I know I'm going to submit mine when we finish next week, but it's nice you have until August 31st. So those of you like that haven't done it, if you end up doing it in the summer or something, you have all summer to get your free tank top or t-shirt. Okay, so the last thing for promos is just that, and I didn't really look too much into this, but the Nutrition Plus, there's going to be new content going on that weekly. I actually, not going to lie, I stopped my Nutrition Plus membership like pretty shortly after it launched. I used it for like a month or two and I was just like, I just didn't feel I was really using it that much. And like, it was just kind of $20 I was paying, but I do plan on getting it back, obviously, once we launch like the BOD Interactive and stuff like that. So if you have Nutrition Plus, keep an eye out. They're going to start launching new content on there every week. And I know there's some Shaun T stuff going on there this month and stuff. And if you're like me and you don't currently have it, that's okay. We can revisit it down the road when we get like, more stuff that kind of comes along with it. Okay, so biggest honestly takeaway from all that, Summer Strong Sale, $24 off all packages. Okay, so important dates. So I don't know if everyone knows this. We have recently expanded into the UK. Well, that's kind of a bit older news. And then France was our most recent one last year, which is super exciting. I personally don't have any clients or anything, or even really anyone that I know in the UK or France yet. I do follow a couple girls in the UK though, but no one in France yet. So that's really cool though, that they can now, access our stuff. So if by chance you know anyone, you've been chatting with anyone, or you want to start, June 7th, Shakeology becomes available in France, which is super exciting. And then Cafe Latte becomes available in the UK on that same day. It's already available in the UK, but it's new to France. So June 18th, this is an important date. So as everyone knows, our summit is virtual this year, but fingers crossed, it should hopefully be in person next year. So that'll be in July. I forget the dates. I think it's like the 14th to the 16th or something like that. They're doing it midweek this year, which is kind of different. Usually they do it like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but they're doing it like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I think. But either way, I'll chat about those dates when it gets a bit closer. But June 18th is the last day to register, not to register altogether, but to register for Summit and receive a 20% off apparel promo code. So usually at Summit, they launch like a special like Summit clothing line, and it's usually like really cool stuff that you can't get like any other time of the year. So normally if you go to Summit, they have like what's called the core, and you go in and you shop and you have access to all of this like cool, like limited edition apparel and stuff. So June 18th, basically, if you haven't registered yet, just let me know if you need the website. You just fill in like your coach ID and stuff. It's totally free. And then that gets you your 20% off apparel code, as well as a bonus workout with Shaun T for Summit, which I'm really hoping they're going to like, I don't know, somehow do it like live, like I don't know, like the body interactive thing. That'd be cool if they have it like sort of figured out by then and we could do something cool like that. But either way, June 18th, if you haven't registered yet, register for Summit. So if you're new to coaching, so Summit is like our annual kind of coaching conference. It's once a year, every July. They change like the location and stuff. This year was supposed to be in St. Louis. Sam and I went to Indianapolis, not last year, but the year before. So much fun. I've been to Nashville for it. There's been one in New Orleans. They've done it in Vegas. So basically it's just like a 3-day kind of, you learn, you grow. They'll do tracks for like where you're at in your business. So for different ranks and stuff like that, they'll kind of group you together and you will get training from like different coaches, different keynote speakers and stuff like that. It's really, really, I saw that. Trish, I'm going to read that in a sec. Oh crap, I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? Summit. See, I'm so bad. I knew I shouldn't have read that. Summit. Oh yeah. So basically Summit is just like I said, our conference. We learn about new product launches, if there's any new flavors, new programs. Summit, they usually come out with some pretty exciting news and stuff like that. Obviously this year I will do everything I can to make sure we can watch it all like on Zoom. Anything we can do together, we will. And I'm still trying to figure out our Summit get together. I've been chatting with Trish about it. It's been kind of hard to find like places available in July. Like there's just nothing coming up for the dates. I don't know if it's because of COVID. I don't know if they're just booked. I'm not sure, but leave it with me. We're still playing around. We will get something figured out. But yeah, Summit is honestly amazing, ladies. It's such a great like learning experience. You really do walk away with some really like valuable information and like honestly just like so fired up because you usually learn from like top coaches in the network. And again, they usually have really cool like keynote speakers. Like we got to hear from Rachel Hollis at Summit, the last one I went to, and like, oh my gosh, like that was friggin' amazing listening to her speak live and stuff like that. So anyway, long story long, June 18th, just make sure you're registered for the virtual summit and it's totally free. June 21st to the 25th in the Beachbody Champions page, which you should all be in if you're not already. I just find a ton of killer training goes down in that page, usually on like Wednesdays and Fridays, sometimes Tuesdays. So it's just a Facebook page. You just request to like add yourself. You just put in your coach ID and I think your email. So they're doing a 645, which is Mwala's new program that's launching in July. They're doing a training boot camp in the Champions page over those few days. So great way to learn about the program, get your questions answered, stuff like that. June 22nd is Cookies and Creamy Shakeology. I am seriously so friggin' excited for this to launch. So for me, like I'm not buying an extra bag. I'm just canceling because I usually get my vanilla shakes on like the 18th or 19th. I'm just canceling my subscription for this month and I'm ordering the cookies and cream on the 22nd. So like, don't feel you have to buy a whole extra bag. Like, I mean, you can if you want, but like, you know, Shakeology is not super cheap. So I'm just swapping out my regular subscription Whether I keep it cookies and cream every month, I don't know, hopefully. But anyway, super excited for that. June 25th. So this goes back to that Nutrition Plus membership. So Live It Up, and it's by Shaun T. So he's adding 4 more workouts. Like they're going to be like Let's Get Up, but they're calling it Live It Up. Those will go into the Nutrition Plus member library. If you have Nutrition Plus already, it's totally free, but it's only, those bonus workouts are only available for Nutrition Plus members. And then June 28th, I totally forgot to put this on the team calendar as the cover photo, but the 645 sample workout launches onto BOD on June 28th. I don't know about you guys, but I am pumped for it. I have no idea if I'll be able to like fully do it yet, but I'm sure gonna try. Okay. Trish, I'm just gonna read your, if you if you have it, you get to be a beta tester. Oh, a month early. I saw that anyone who gets a Success Club point. Sorry, guys, I'm just reading Trisha's comment quickly. I saw that anyone who gets a Success Club draw to be on screen. Oh, that's cool. That'd be so sweet. So extra incentive to get a Success Club point on the board by June 8th. You could get to be in a draw for the on-screen like body workout. I'm so excited to learn more about that. Like, I don't obviously know a ton about it yet, but I know as like, you know, things roll out, we're going to get more and more information on it. But seriously, like this is going to be like, this is just going to take like Beachbody on demand to like a whole new level. And like, seriously, coaches that are coaching right now and coming into this business, like you are here at an amazing time. Like you're going to get to experience something like pretty friggin' like amazing. Like I feel like never done before. By like home fitness companies and stuff like that. So it's going to be pretty cool. And like, we're here right at the beginning. So we get to watch it all kind of unfold and we get to learn about it and we'll be totally ready come September. So that's super exciting. Okay. So that's kind of it for just like promos and important dates for June. I'm just going to chat about goals now. So every month you should be setting goals for yourself. I know for me, like I'm so big on the first of the month. Like I love sitting down, writing out new goals and stuff for the month. So they can be goals about like your program. Maybe you want to complete a program or start a program, nutrition goals, income goals, rank goals, Success Club goals, personal development goals. I always set goals for personal development, like whether I want to listen to X amount of podcasts or I want to start a book, finish a book. Also include your personal goals. So it doesn't just have to be coaching business goals. And then, so you want to write out your goals. I usually try to go for like 5 to 10 goals for the month. And then what you want to do is reverse engineer them. So this is something like, I feel like Jake actually taught to me when I first became a coach. So reverse engineering your goals means you break them down and you kind of figure out exactly what you need to do daily and weekly in order to hit these goals. And the purpose of this is honestly like it makes them, like I said, you know exactly what you need to do each day. And I find it just makes it seem so much more realistic and achievable when you break it down into what you need to do daily and weekly versus looking at the month as a whole. So I'm going to give an example of what I mean by that. So say you have a goal of hitting Success Club 20, which means you want to sign up 10 people. So they say on average, 1 in 10 people say yes. Like if you invite them to do this, 1 in 10 people say yes. So if 1 in 10 people say yes, you'd have to send 100 invites to get 10 yeses. And again, you could get way more yeses out of those 100 people. Again, that's just like a ballpark. So that's usually what I go by because it's kind of pretty accurate. So if you want to send 100 invites in a month, then you want to even break that down even further. So that's 3 invites a day or 25 a week. So I know for me, like looking at it like, 3 invites a day sounds just way more realistic and doable than 100 invites in a month, right? Or 25 in a week. And you could do that in one day. You could literally write out your list on Sunday, send 25 invites Monday, and then no more invites for the week. So you can set that up however you want. I'm not saying your goal has to be Success Club 20. Say your goal is Success Club 5. So you have to sign up 3 people technically because 2, 2, and 2. So you get Success Club 6. So you'd have to invite 30 people. So you break that down, 30 divided by 30, or you could do like, if you don't want to do weekends, like that's literally like, I'm so bad at math on the spot. We'll say like 3 invites a week or something. So when you really break it down, and kind of work backwards, I just find that you're like, oh, okay, like that's so much more doable. Like I got this. And then you also have something to focus on every day and every week versus like your month at a whole. Because I find if we just set like a monthly goal, sometimes we wait until like the end of the month because we're like, oh, we got all month to hit this, right? But if you set weekly and daily goals, then you're working every single day towards that like end goal, right? So you're not like scrambling. I always try to lock in Success Club by the 15th. It does not always happen, but I always set that as a goal for myself. And some days, yeah, it's the last day of the month, but I always set that as a goal just because then like you don't have to worry about it and you can kind of focus more on like expanding and getting your new people set up and ready to rock your group. So that is a good goal to have again, because then you're kind of like, okay, like I have 2 weeks versus 4 weeks. Kind of adds that like pressure, not pressure, but like that sense of urgency kind of for you, like pushing for your goals. So yeah, I already said that. When we break them down, again, it just allows us to kind of know exactly what we need to do each day to achieve them. Next thing for goals, I really encourage you to write them down and put them somewhere you can see them every single day. This is just like a really, really great reminder of what you're working towards. And like it gives you that kind of push on days you like, I don't really want to work my business today. If you look at your goals and you're like, oh, yeah, okay, like I set these goals for myself this month, I haven't reached them yet. So I'm going to put in an hour of work or 30 minutes of work or whatever. So try to put them somewhere you can see them. Like I have them written down on like my desk calendar. I used to put them on my fridge. Some girls will put them as like their screensaver on their phone, put them on a mirror, like anywhere you look daily. And I really, really encourage you to read them at least once throughout the day. Cause again, they kind of motivate you and like inspire you. And again, they're just such a great reminder of why we're doing this. And they really help on those days where you're just like, I don't want to do this. Also, I encourage you to share them. Share them in the team page if you're comfortable. If not, send them to me. Because again, I just find if you put them out there, you share them with someone else, it kind of gives you that extra accountability piece too. And hey, you put them out to the universe. It's always a good thing to do. Okay, so that's kind of it on goals. Again, I always like to talk about goals at the beginning of a month because they're just so important. Just like our health and wellness journey, setting business goals is just as important because like we all set goals for our programs, or like if we're trying to like lose weight, gain weight, build muscle, whatever, we set those goals. So it's the exact same with our business. You want to set goals so you know what you're working towards and stuff like that. And if you ever need help like coming up with your goals, just let me know. Okay, so now I'm just going to share some of my top tips to help sign up 3 people by the 15th of the month. So my first one is follow up. So they all like that quote is seriously so true. Fortune is in the follow up. I cannot stress enough, like the months that I have helped my most amount of people was from follow ups. So they're so key because like so many things can happen when you message someone. They could read it, they could get making dinner. Like we're all guilty of it. Someone, you open a message, you forget to reply, even with texting, you know what I mean? Like sometimes my girlfriend will text me, I'll read it and I don't text her back for 3 days. I'm like, oh shit, like, sorry, I read that and like totally forgot. So same thing happens like with people we're chatting with. Sometimes, yes, they do ghost us, but sometimes like they genuinely just get busy. They forget, their kids grab their phone, open their message, or they're just not ready at that particular moment. But you just never know when they're going to be ready. I always tell this story, but like, I'm not kidding you. I will follow up with people every month. It will be me for literally 12 months straight, following up with them. And then all of a sudden, they'll just be like, hey, Jen, I'm ready to sign up. They don't acknowledge my last 12 messages. They're just all of a sudden ready, but they're not upset about my last 12 messages either. Usually people are super appreciative that you're letting them know, because I don't like follow up in like a weird salesy way. I just literally say, hey, I'm just reaching out to anyone that was interested in my past wellness groups and letting you know I have one starting this day. Would now be a better time for you to join? So they can either not reply again, or they're going to say, yeah, it is a good time, or no, maybe next month. So it kind of also gives you like, you might be able to take them off your follow-up list because maybe they'll say no, or they'll say no thanks, like, but maybe next month. So do not be afraid to follow up. And like once a month is totally okay. Like the amount of times people actually thank you is like, you know, they actually really, really appreciate that you thought of them and stuff like that. So following up is huge. So who do you follow up with? So if you keep an invite list, so lately I've been liking writing out my names the day before for my invites. Like I just got this notebook from the dollar store and it's just for my invites. So I would just go back through that and like look at all the people I invited, see who read my message, yada yada yada. So you could go back through your invite list and follow up with people that way. Just be like, hey, I know I reached out last month, but just want to see if maybe now's a better time for you to join. Go back through your inbox. This is really, really key. I know if you're like a bit newer coach, this might not apply to you, but if you've been coaching even just a few months, go back through your inbox and check out any conversations, anyone that's asked you for more information, anyone that you gave information to, because it's actually funny. You'll find conversations that like you gave information, they read it, they didn't reply, but you didn't follow up. I come across messages like that all the time where usually I would check in with them after a couple of days and see what they thought. And somehow I don't know what happened. They just kind of slipped through the cracks and I didn't follow up. So I first I'll apologize, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't check back in with you. Like, I'm so sorry. And then I'll just say, but like, hey, I'm starting a new group this month. I know you were interested, like, would now be a better time. So going back through your inbox is key. Like, I did that. I don't know if it was last month or the month before, but I scrolled all the way back like to last year. And I just, anyone that I like gave information to or asked me for information, I just sent them a super quick little message. Also, if you have any inactive coaches on your team, I do this about once a month, maybe once every other month. I'll just reach out and see like where they're at, because like they're signed up as a coach. So, I mean, yes, they're inactive, but like I'll just say, hey, like I don't know if you're interested, but I have a new group starting. Like I would love to help you get back into your workouts and stuff like that. Because sometimes people just need that. They've fallen off and they actually like look forward to your message and they're super happy you like reached out and they're like, wow, like thank you. I needed that to like get back on track. So don't be afraid to reach out to like past customers, past coaches and stuff like that and just see if they would like to jump back in, because we all know life gets crazy and stuff. Sometimes we fall off, we don't mean to, but they're ready to jump back in. So yes, follow up with anyone you've invited, go back to your inbox. Inactive coaches. Another thing that has been working really well for me is BOD renewals. Again, I know if you haven't been coaching too long, like BOD renewals are hard because if they're on like the year subscription, obviously you'd have to wait a year for their BOD to renew. But some people that are paying the 3-month subscription, don't be afraid to reach out to them either, because they're actually paying more over the year than they would with getting like the yearly or a challenge pack, especially with our new prices. It's like friggin' $80 every 3 months, or they can get a challenge pack for 160. Do you know what I mean? And people don't always realize that. And again, they appreciate you reaching out and saving the money. Some people say no, they enjoy doing their quarterly payments, and that's okay. But you never know if you don't ask. And then obviously the year BOD renewals. I always recommend messaging if their BOD's renewing this month or next month. I reach out to them and just let them know, hey, your BOD's renewing on this date. I actually have a message that I send out to people. If you guys want it, let me know. But I just make sure I kind of break down the price and really show them the value of, okay, so your BOD's going to renew on this date for $120 and all you get is BOD, or for $160, so 162, you can get your year of BOD. You can choose between a bag of Shakeology, Energize Recover, Shake Cup, extra portion containers. Also, if people say, I already have portion containers, I hear that so much. Like people will try not to get a challenge pack because of the extra containers. I'm like, don't be afraid to say, it's okay. I have literally 20 sets of containers. I say to people, hey, an extra set never hurts. And I'll tell them I have like 20. I'm like, they're great for lunches. They're great for meal prepping. If you lose them, if your kids steal them, if your dishwasher eats one, like, and they just come with the kits. But it's funny, like people will say, no, I don't want the challenge pack because I already have the containers. I'm like, okay, those are $8. Like that's besides the point. If your dog eats them, yeah. Like, so don't be afraid. Like honestly, I know sometimes when people give like a reason, chat with them about it. Don't be afraid to have the conversation. Obviously, I'm not saying like be pushy, but don't be afraid to ask questions. Like seriously, people bring up like hesitations about the shakes. the pre-workout. I actually had the girl I signed up tonight. She said no to pre-workout. And I'm glad I asked about it because she thought she had to do our pre-workout dances on Instagram. And I'm like, oh my God, no. I'm like, that's just something our team does. And she's like, oh, okay, then yeah, I'm in for the pre-workout. But again, if I didn't ask why she didn't want pre-workout, like why she wasn't interested, she wouldn't have got it. So again, don't be afraid to just ask, oh, do you mind me asking why you don't want the shakes? Or do you mind me asking why you do? And again, it's just a polite question and just hear what they have to say. And sometimes it is a hesitation. We can kind of talk them through. And sometimes, hey, they just want their bod or whatever, and that's okay. So again, long story long, bod renewals are something that's a really great option to chat with people and, you know, just get them the best bang for their buck. Next tip is obviously invites. So invites, honestly, everyone does them differently, and you really truly have to do what feels good for you. Like I can honestly say I didn't really personally send invites for a while. I was just so scared to do them. And so I just invited through my posts and like on my stories and stuff like that. And that's okay. I know coaches that don't send personal invites. But then again, I know coaches that that's all they do, right? So you really have to play around and do what works best for you, but you have to find something that works for you. Because if we're not inviting, how are people going to know we have something to join, right? Because you wouldn't be like, you'd be surprised how many people don't realize they can join us. Like I've had people say that to me before, like, oh, I didn't realize like you were talking to me, like when you posted about it, like people sometimes just don't know that they can actually join us. So I personally now, like I said, I kind of got over my fear of sending personal invites. And I've just kind of found a way that feels good to me. And that if I got a message like this from someone, it wouldn't bother me. And that's a big thing too. I always say, like, invite like you're talking to your mom or your best friend. If you wouldn't say it to them, do not say it to someone else because it's going to come off as like not you, inauthentic, stuff like that. But again, if you're like, I can't send a personal invite to someone, that's okay. Try doing it on your stories. Utilize the polls, utilize the question box. Just talk about it on your story. Say, hey, send me a message. Do it in your personal posts. So if you're inviting in your feed, I only recommend doing that once or twice a week, no more than twice a week. So you don't want to be inviting on every single post. If daily, you can do it on your stories though, because there's so many different ways you can invite to. Like I used to not want to share like my challenge group slides every day, but then I don't know what training I did. And it was like, share them. Like people need to see stuff, like sometimes like multiple times. And I guess stories is kind of a good place to share your product and stuff like that. So don't be afraid to invite daily, but kind of mix it up. Like some days I won't share my slides, but I will just talk about it and invite that way. And I'll say, oh, like drop me a message or shoot me a message, whatever. You could use a poll. Like, are you struggling with nutrition or exercise? Anyone that clicks it, you could reach out to them and say like, hey, thanks so much for commenting on my poll. Like I saw you said you struggle more with nutrition. Like, tell me a bit about it. Like, what are you currently doing? Are you on a health and wellness journey too? Like, just start that conversation and see where it goes. So stories are really, really great and like really utilize the question feature, polls, talk if you're comfortable. And then of course, personal invites. So I haven't really been inviting too much on Instagram. I don't know why. I've just been doing Facebook. I just find it easier, I guess, for me to I just go through my friends list. My biggest piece of advice though, when inviting is just make sure you check out their page. And you just want to make sure they're like not already a Beachbody coach. I've done that a couple of times though. And hey, all they say is I'm actually already a coach. So it happens, but I just like to check out their page because like if they're a personal trainer, I'm probably not like, I might still invite them, but I probably wouldn't invite them how I would invite anyone else, right? Because I'm not gonna be like, hey, like, I don't know, I guess just kind of check their page out, just see what they're up to. Like if someone's a yoga instructor, like again, you just kind of want to take note if they're already on their health and wellness journey, you just might want to tweak like how you're inviting them and stuff like that. Also, so way back to posting, I missed a point. So with posting invites on your feed, I do find not the best way, but maybe the best way is always good to do it with a transformation photo. You don't have to, but I do find posting a transformation photo writing your blurb and then throwing an invite at the end of that, they do get like good traction, because of course people like, they see, oh, okay, well, like, look at, like, she's got great results. So if you can share a transformation photo and then pop a little invite in it, awesome. But it does not have to be. Like, I did an invite today on my post and it was not a transformation photo. So just you can kind of mix it up. And then the other thing I just wanted to say about inviting is try to talk about like a problem you can solve for them when you're doing an invite post, like the problem solution invite method, it's called. So you share a problem, maybe one that you were struggling with prior to Beachbody. And they always say, like, talk to who you were before Beachbody, you know, where you were at before you joined. Like, what were you struggling with? How did you feel then compared to now? Like, speak to the past you, because those are the people you're going to relate to, because they're where you were and you're going to inspire them because they want to be where you are now. So speak to the you before Beachbody, but then you're gonna, like, that's how you're kind of gonna start it. Like, you know, were you like, you know, no energy, like I didn't work out, like I binge ate, restricted my eating, weighed myself after every meal. So that's kind of like a big piece of my story. So I'll share like the struggles I had prior to Beachbody. Then I'll share a little blurb of like what I did. So home workouts, portion containers, Shakeology. And then I'll say like how I'm feeling now. So you're sharing the problem, the solution, and then you're going to throw just a little invite at the end. You know, if you would like more info, like let me know and I'll send you some to look over. Because again, like people are looking for how we're going to solve a problem for them. Do you know what I mean? Like they're coming to us like, okay, like does what she have, will that help me? Will that help me lose weight? Will that help me get stronger? Will that help me boost my confidence? Whatever they're struggling with, they want to know that we can solve that problem for them. So I really, really love doing the problem solution invite method in your posts, because yeah, it just really is going to like resonate with people, and they're going to like see a piece of themselves in your story. So yeah, that's kind of my tip for posting. Another thing I just wanted to say about invites, pretend like you always have a CEO code, because I feel last month, if it was last month that we had those CEO codes, I just feel everyone was inviting, everyone was talking on their stories, everyone was just like so excited and like so eager to share when we had the $46 off, which I get. It made the packages $116, but don't forget that like $160 is a huge discount as it is. Like the 116 was like too cheap in my opinion. I mean, it was good, but like our packages are already heavily discounted. There's $600 packages that they're getting for $160. So I want you guys to keep that mindset. Like pretend you have CEO codes all the time. Like our businesses aren't built off promo codes. Like I'm telling you right now, like they don't, like, I'm not saying they don't make a difference. I feel they have pros and cons for sure, because when we do them all the time, people are like expecting a discount and stuff like that. But you in your head need to just remind yourself that our packages are a wicked freaking value as is, on sale, not on sale, promo code, no promo code. So just be confident still when inviting, like invite like you have a promo code. Say, hey, I have a promo code for $24 off. You really don't, but they're on sale for $24 off. But like in your head, just tell yourself that, like when you're going to invite or chatting on your stories and stuff, like do exactly what you were doing when we had those promo codes. Like don't change anything, obviously just the total price, but like seriously, I can't stress enough that you don't have to wait for a sale or a promo code to invite to this, because there are people out there that are going to join no matter what the price. There are people that need this in their life. And what we have, like the year of workouts alone, like it is an insane value. So I just wanted to touch on that. Like, just don't be afraid to invite if you don't have a promo code, because our stuff is just such an amazing, amazing value. So just kind of have that little mindset shift and just, know that what we're offering is amazing. Okay. So first tip, follow up. Second one, bod renewals. Third one, invites. My fourth tip is your own journey. This should have actually been my first tip because it's funny. I wrote your journey is number 1, but I put it as tip number 4. So this should be your number 1, your journey. Because honestly, if we're not showing up and working on ourselves, it's really hard to share about the business. I find for me when I'm struggling with what to post or to invite, I'm usually not doing 100%, like not 100%, but I'm not doing great in my own journey. Either my nutrition slacking, or maybe I've fallen off the workouts or something like that. So I really do find when you're all in on a program, it is that much easier to post about it, to invite you, because you're feeling good, right? And when you're feeling good, you want to shout that from the rooftops. You want to invite everyone to join you. I saw a girl post in our Team Alive and Well, Rachel Harshfield, I think her name is. She was just saying how she literally treats it like a party. She's just like, I invite everyone to the party. And she's like, and you're hosting that party. So what did she say? It was actually a cool way to look at it. Like, it helps keep you more accountable. Like our challenge groups and stuff like that. Like without coaching, I would not work out and be worried about my nutrition. I know that like 1000%. So it kind of goes like both ways. Like having our challenge group and inviting people to join us helps keep us accountable. And of course, it's going to help them, like keep them accountable. So like just treat it like a party, invite everyone. Everyone wants to come to your party, make it fun, make it exciting. But anyway, my whole point to that was, when you're all in on your journey, and hey, we're going to have bumps and stuff on the road. Like obviously you're not going to be perfect, but when you're in this, it's that much easier to talk and post about it. So being on your own journey, what does that mean? Obviously committing to a program, and take people on this journey with you. They want to see it all. Where were you before Beachbody? They want to hear about your struggles. They want to hear about your victories. They want to hear about it all because they want to know that you're a real person. So I always say to people, like, we're never going to be perfect. We're going to miss workouts. We're going to, have setbacks, injuries, fall off with our eating, and that's okay, because honestly, perfect, it would be kind of intimidating and not relatable. And like people just want to know, hey, if I join with Jen, like I can drink some tequila and I can eat some pizza and that's okay. Like I can still jump back in and I can still feel good and I can still get results. So don't ever be afraid to share those days. If you eat a box of donuts, if you don't work out, if you binge watch Netflix all day and do nothing, I'm telling you, share that, because that stuff connects to people and they see you as like a real human versus like a superhuman that works out all the time and, doesn't ever slip up. Because I'm pretty sure we all like have missed a workout, or we've all had a treat meal and stuff like that. Obviously you have to do what's best for you and your goals. And we're all kind of different in that sense, but just yes, Trish, you're getting so close. But yeah, so just commit to a program. And when I say commit, I just mean do a program, start to finish, do it, share your results. I have literally shared program results where my day 1 photos were better than my day 21 photos, because I did all the workouts, but my eating was absolute crap. But I still showed up for the 21 days and I shared that. And I was very honest, like, hey, I didn't miss a workout, but my eating wasn't good. So are my results great? No. But again, people appreciate that. And then there's times where I go all in on a program. I commit 100%, and then I share that. So take people on the journey with you, because it's just that. It is a journey and we're human. Obviously, personal development. I cannot stress personal development enough. I was really like slacking on it the last couple of weeks, and like I feel it so much in my head. I get so negative. I find I compare myself more, or I don't know. I can just feel when I'm not doing it. So now I've switched to podcasts. I've made a goal of 5 podcasts a week, 1 a day, and it's going really well. And I feel better. Like it's really crazy what personal development does. If you haven't really dove into personal development yet, I encourage it. If you want book suggestions, there's a document in New Direction. It gives you all different kinds of like kind of topics like time management, confidence, lots of different things. And then there's book recommendations, or podcasts are great. Like I find I'll put my headphones on while I'm making breakfast. I'll do a 20-minute podcast, or I'll do it while I'm doing the dishes. So that's what's working for me right now. Whereas before I used to like to read, but I just found I wasn't reading right now. So I'm doing a 20-minute podcast, headphones, I'll clean the house, I'll do the dishes. And that's what's working for me. So play around Audible podcasts, or if you like reading, but I really, really encourage you to make it a goal this month. If you haven't already, 10 pages a day or 10 to 20 minutes of a podcast, because honestly, like we're basically like cheerleaders for people, right? And it can be so hard to pour from like an empty cup, right? Like we have to be taking care of ourselves first. And like personal development, especially if you get the right personal development for what you're struggling with right now, it can completely change like your life, your perspective. Like it really is powerful, personal development. So that's another thing, obviously, on your journey. Try it again, play around, podcasts, books, see what feels good for you. Even if you're driving, like if you have a commute to work, I know that's what I used to do when I first started coaching. I subbed out my music, which was so hard for me to do, but I only did it one way. I didn't do it both ways. So in the morning, I would listen to like personal development on Audible in my car. Way home, I would blare my music because I just love music when I'm driving. So obviously shakes, your supplements, and share those, share, what they're doing for you, how they make you feel, why you drink them, why you use them. They always say like, try to tell a bit of a story when you post something, like instead of just posting your shake, like, why do you drink your shake? How does it make you feel? And then nutrition, obviously that goes with committing to your program. Sorry, ladies, I'm almost done. And then second last point to that is just be consistently consistent on your social media about your life, about your journey. People want to see it all. Like I was saying, the results, the struggles, the good, the bad. Just commit to being consistent on your feed. Because they want to see you, and they sometimes need to see you often to know you're not going anywhere, that they can trust you and stuff like that. My last tip, have fun and don't overcomplicate this business. Our energy is contagious, you guys. I think we all know that. Like people love, like it's so crazy. Like I haven't been doing my kitchen dance parties the last like week and a half just because I found it was too much dancing with Let's Get Up. I was like, I don't want to dance right now. So I'm not dancing. I had a girl message me. She missed my kitchen dance workout or dances. I'm like, you're kidding, right? Like people like look forward to that. Like, and they get used to seeing certain things. Like, don't ever feel like you're boring or repetitive or anything like that. No one has like this crazy, exciting life where they're doing something brand new, exciting every day, especially right now. So don't be afraid. Like, I have certain things I share every single day, like clockwork. And like, when I don't share it, people notice. So like, have fun. Your energy is contagious. Like, be you, share what you love, like about all of this, and just have fun. I can't stress that enough. Like this business should be fun. Like it really, really should be. And I find when you just kind of take all the noise and the business and the ranks and all that out of your head and just focus on having fun and sharing your journey, it just all kind of like happens and goes together. And then don't overcomplicate this business. So I like to say this business is simple. I'm not going to say like it's easy, because no, it takes work. But it's simple in the sense that like we have this tracker, it tells us what to do. And I think everything on here, and again, it's not super easy. Like some of it, you get out of your comfort zone and stuff, but it's simple. It's simple to do and it's simple not to do. So don't overcomplicate it. Get done what you can on this every day. Some days are going to be better than others, but yeah, just don't overcomplicate it. Get rid of all the fluff, do that tracker, work on you, and just have fun with it. So yeah, that's kind of all I had. I just obviously wanted to also end on like, I really feel these last couple of months have been really, really amazing. Just all around. I don't know, just all the like, team challenges and videos, like, thank you, Sam, like all those things we're doing, and just, we're helping so many people. And I feel these last few months have really, really been incredible. So like, let's keep it going. Let's make June freaking amazing and help all the people and make it the best month yet. So yeah, that's all I have. Do you guys have any questions? I seriously, but you see, like, I look forward to your dances my mom, I forgot to tell you, did I tell you my mom watches your stories? Yeah, she loves watching you and the boys. Like, that's what I mean. Like, people love that stuff. So, and obviously, hey, if you have days you really don't want to do it, don't do it. But like, yeah, just have fun, be silly. Like, I don't know. I always love that saying, like, energies are contagious, and people do enjoy watching us do that stuff. So yeah, I'm struggling to reach 10 pages today when I'm done sitting on podcast. Sorry, Trish, I was just reading your comment. But yeah, does anyone have any questions or anything they want to say or share or anything at all?
Just that Thursday we're gonna party, right?
Virtually? Virtually, yeah.
Virtually, because even though we're off stay-at-home order or whatever the thing it is, currently nothing's opening up. So,
Is that ending? Actually, I haven't heard. Like, I feel so in the dark.
it's ending.